Yeah, shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us here at Ab Stupid Studios here on a beautiful Friday. Make sure you all just, if you got to go out to your Super Bowl parties, be safe. Be safe. Great show we had today. Talked about Josh Allen. He won a fraudulent MVP award and they screwed over Lamar Jackson. We laid out our case. Go ahead and check that out. Then we talked about Eli Manning. Eli Manning, for some reason, was left off the Hall of Fame ballot. We wanted to know why. A two-time Super Bowl champion is probably one of the most disrespected quarterbacks to ever play the game. Then Des Bryant. Des Bryant makes fun of Brian Schottenheimer. And he says the quiet part out loud. Honestly, he really does. I find no lies detected in anything he was saying. And so from the National Football League, we go to the association. And Dennis Schroder has a situation. He's been traded in this season alone 4 times. He's been traded 4 times in this season alone. And he said something that was really stupid. He related his trade in the NBA trade deadlines to modern slavery. I'll get more into that on the opposite side of the content when we come back from a quick rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do. 2025, new album out on the streets. Bodie James and Who the Hell is Carlo? Hidden in plain sight, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites are Hidden in Plain Sight, the feature track with Conway the Machine and Styles P, Big Wings, and Brick James. Bodie James and Who the Hell is Carlo? Hidden in plain sight, in stores. Yeah, shout out to Bodie James. I love that. And man, y'all know I like that Brick James song, so I ain't gonna hold you there. But for Mr. Schroder, it started on Wednesday when the Golden State Warriors they sent the Miami Heat for the blockbuster trade featuring Jimmy the Headache Butler. Schroder, he was rerouted to the Utah Jazz as part of the deal, and then the Jazz, they passed him to Detroit. All in all, Schroder has been in his 4th trade this season and 5 in the past year. Detroit will be Schroder's 9th team in 8 seasons, including his short time at Golden State. Now, that's jacked up. It's jacked up. We can all admit it. That's jacked up. And in no way is this the proper way to treat a veteran. Someone with his league presence, a solid point guard who can act. He's, from what I gather, Dennis Schroder has never been a distraction. He's never done 1/3 of the things Jimmy Butler has done. And why they keep moving this guy around the league makes no sense to me. However, that being said, let's stop relegating things to the barbarism of slavery. We have to stop doing this. We've got to stop relegating things to the barbarism of slavery. Minor and major inconveniences, they can be exhausting, they can be frustrating, but it pales in comparison to the cruelty and inhuman treatment of over 7 million people. We've got to stop normalizing that. That is, I mean, how would you feel if every time someone would invoke something that was detrimental to another race? The things that are archaic and are sad, nobody is going to toss around the Holocaust like they will do slavery. And if it's wrong for one, it's wrong for all. Your vocabulary is extensive. You can say how you don't like doing this, how you've got to uproot your family. You don't have any roots anywhere because the NBA is making you move on the move, regardless of contracts you sign. They ultimately have the last decision. You can say that. You're smart enough to articulate that. But we've got to stop referring to things as chattel slavery. I don't care what your skin complexion is. It's not right to keep doing that. This man isn't even from America. He's from Germany. It's the poor choice of words. And he knew it. He knew it. Now, Schroder, he says that it's a cutthroat business. For me, being in my 12th season, the business is the business. I know how it works. For me, it's a business at the end of the day. Yes, he's gotten conditioned not to have roots, not to care, not to buy into the lies that we're going to bring you back. We had a promising season, blah, blah, blah. He knows how the NBA works. Knowing all of that, the barbarity and the depravity of chattel slavery is nothing like the NBA. It's nothing like the NBA. Now, I know people can be fluid and, well, people can have their thoughts on fluid change, and it's very intimidating to people because as a people and human beings, we don't like change. I get that wholeheartedly. But to misuse the word slavery to grab a headline or generate buzz, that's not cool. Slaves didn't get paid, and they had their families ripped from them and all kinds of impropriety. And you want to liken that to playing ball? You're from Germany. Talk about the oppression in Germany while you make money in America. Make that make sense. But just to sit here and just arbitrarily throw words around like slavery as this is, oh, I feel like they have the last say, but you get paid millions of dollars and they still have to pay your salary, even though they're giving you the vet minimum, which 75% to 80% of Americans in this country don't make that money. Yet we go to work every day, hurt, tired, sick. It doesn't matter. They tell us to suck it up. We've got to deal with bosses we don't like because we have bills and responsibilities and people we answer to. We understand. You don't like change. We don't like change either. But not at one time am I going to refer to somewhere that I'm making a living, that they're paying my insurance, they're making sure that I pay all my bills, they're making sure I take care of my family, they're making sure that I'm a productive person in my community. I'm not going to refer to said opportunity as slavery. That's dumb. If you don't like it, quit. I get it. You don't like change. You don't like to be moved around. You don't like to be given one word and then someone says something different. And we can all sympathize with that. But one thing we cannot sympathize, one thing I'm not going to sympathize with, and I will not compromise any way, shape, or form. We will not make the term slavery so neutral, so alkaline that it loses its meaning. No, the suffrage of more than 7 million people in the trade, in the slave trade, that died coming to this country, people who died going to other countries, in the islands, in the Cubas, in the Haitis. That is not anything to make light of, and nor will it ever be. So, Mr. Schroder, I understand you don't like change. I understand you getting traded 4 times in 1 year is a bit much. And that does suck. But Detroit is in that's a way better position than Gold State. They got a young team, they got a really good team, and BJ Bickerstaff is a really good coach. You can have some success there. But let's just stop all the slavery talk, because that's corny. That's corny. It really is, bro. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's the show. Thank you all for joining us. We had a great time. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button and share the content. This is Big Vern, and we'll see you tomorrow.